There are some thugs in this country, and my apologies for being so angry, but there are some thugs in this country that really, really need to be taught a lesson. And I really, really hope, and I'm talking about, I'm sure people know by the title, the Luke Kelly statue. Luke Kelly was one of the best singers that ever went upon these shores of Ireland. And one of my favourite songs, A Song for Ireland, Luke Kelly sang, is beautiful. And he's dead. Sadly, he died very young. And this statue is here to commemorate him. And some thugs, do you know what they decided to do? You know what? We might as well damage a statue. Disrespect the dead. How about that? That sounds lovely. And you know what I say to them? I hope that the guards get you, and I hope they burn your eyes out, because that's what you deserve. Because this one thing that at least years ago people had the decency: never disrespect the dead, never go to a graveyard and knock a stone over in the graveyard, never do anything in the graveyard, never even go in there undressed, unproperly, unless you're properly dressed. At least that's some decency for the dead. Obviously whoever these clowns are, who are about, God knows, they probably never even heard of Luke Kelly. And believe me, he's an icon for people in this country. And he's an icon for me because he's a beautiful singer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful singer. And, you know, there's so many things he brought to this country. Many things for music. And these people have the idea to damage us. I don't get these people who randomly want to damage property, public property that people paid for. This is coming out of taxpayers' money. And why? Especially with somebody who's dead. Why? Like, why? Would you do that at home? That's the question I want to ask them. Would they do that at home? Would they do that at their own house? Would they go, if there was a statue, say they had a statue outside their house, would they burn it? Would they burn the eyes? I'm going to show you now. And fair play, they have cleaned it off the statue, so fair play to Councillor Christy Bucket. I can't remember whereabouts in. I think it's in some part of Dublin. If it focuses, that'd be lovely. If it focuses, that'd be lovely. Yeah. There we are. I hope that focuses. Yeah. So you can see, that's obviously his famous hair, famous beard. As you can see, that's not supposed to be sunglasses. Just to say, somebody thought it was sunglasses, but it's not. So they burned his eyes out. Oh, they painted it over. I don't know what they done with it, but it looks like to me burned. And I'm just going to say to the people, I hope the guards get you. To the people who done this, I hope the guards get you. I hope. I might not say this often, but I hope the guards bring the full extent of the law to you. And I hope they don't show you any decency in the courts. I hope they just slam the boot down on you. 5 or 10 years in prison, you'll come out a changed man, or changed woman, hopefully. And maybe we might throw you into the army for a few years. Might teach you some manners. Might teach you some respect for people who have died. I mean, that's one thing anybody should have. A bit of decency to respect the dead. A bit of some decency, some human decency. But apparently, that's unimaginable for some people. I don't understand. Why? Why? That's the question I want to know. What did they benefit by doing this? What did they benefit? I understand if they went down to the hours of Newton in the morning and started breaking every window in Michael D. Higgins' house. I understand that, because he's a bit of a cunt, Michael D. Higgins. I understand that. I wouldn't blame them, Beyonce, if they done that. But to do this to somebody who done so much for Ireland, Michael D. Higgins has done nothing. He won't even for benefiting this in his back pocket. And I wouldn't mind if he's went and done that. Do you know what I'd be like? I'd be like, fair enough. To be honest, that's fair enough. But why would you do it to attack? People have to pay for that now. And that's the big thing I'd be annoyed about. I understand if they were angry with Michael Higgins, but that's grand. That's another story. But doing this to somebody who hasn't... I say these thugs are only about 18 or 19. I haven't even listened to Luke Kelly once in their life. And you know they're like, should we might as well? What? I really don't know. Like, there's some thugs who need to be thrown into the army and left in the army for a few years. Might teach them some, as I said, some respect. Some kind of, even 1 inch of respect for the dead. I can't understand. Like, some people don't have respect for human beings. That's okay. At least that's understandable. But somebody that can't defend themselves. It's really into it. Really annoying. That some people have the audacity to go and do these things. Like, it's so frustrating. And I wouldn't blame the community in this community for being absolutely ready to go to their houses and knock a bit of brains out of them. Because I would do nearly the same to the people who done that. Because it's disgraceful. And I know we have to let the guards do their job. I know that. I'm going to let the guards do their job. But I hope they get them out. Because they have CCTV. Unless they're going to sit there for an hour and wait for them to leave the country, the guards, they should have them by now. Should have them locked up and thrown in jail for a few weeks and maybe let them into a courtroom and then maybe wig the jury. I wouldn't mind if they wig the jury and the judge to say they put them in prison for a few months. I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, fair play, that's really good. Because, you know, disrespect, I know for one thing, that was years ago when you done that. You'd be kicked up with the guard, you'd be kicked around the whole gallows station for an hour. Like, at least the guards wouldn't accept that. Like, somebody broke a grave. I remember one person told me what somebody broke a grave stone because they were drunk and they went into a grave and broke a stone. And believe me, that person got kicked around the whole country for an hour because literally the guards didn't show them any mercy. And that's the thing. The guards literally battered them up and down with the wooden truncheon. And I'm not joking. If they done that now to these people, maybe it might teach them a bit of respect. And I'm not joking, and I'm a person for human rights to that. Maybe that might teach them a bit of respect, because good God, that's the lowest you can get. The lowest point you can get to disrespect the dead. Look,